something unexpected happened to Daniel 2 Sundays ago. It involved a 95-degree day, a strange buzzing sound, and something small and lifeless inside a metal box. He could have panicked. He could have called for help. But instead, Daniel opened his phone and started talking to something most people still don't understand. What happened next surprised even him and saved him more than just money. It saved his manhood as well. Okay, let's welcome Daniel Ferreira. Who doesn't want to hear this story?
Thank you. Fellow Toastmasters, it was 7 p.m. on a Saturday night. And it wasn't just any other 7 p.m. on a Saturday night. It was a very hot Saturday night. The sun was setting, but inside my house, it felt like a rotisserie chicken at Publix. And I hear the 5 words that you do not want to hear your wife say ever. Ever. Any husband here, if you hear your wife say this, you don't want to hear it. Those 5 words. Why is it hot in here? Why is it hot in here? Now, as any married guy knows, those questions can destroy any man. And yes, as I pull my hand towards the air conditioner, I feel hot air just sprinkling me with hot air. And she's sweating, I'm sweating. And as any guy knows, you always want to have a hot wife, but not a hot wife this way. And I go outside and I see that the fan, the condenser fan, is not spinning. And that feel of when things break in your house destroys any man, because you're just ready. It's like, honey, let's sell the house. Let's sell everything. Let's move out of here. The house, this house is haunted. Well, it just leads you to more questions. But I decided to ask somebody that lives in my pocket. This somebody is ChatGPT. And as we know, at 7 p.m., everything is closed. She tells me to call the AC guy. We call 7 p.m. at Saturday night. They're probably at a bar drinking. And although they might call me back, which they did the next morning, they told me for me to even put my boots on, $300 to show up. Life in South Florida, you got to live with air conditioning. And she said, you should call somebody. Well, we did, but it's $300. I don't want to spend $300. Nobody wants to spend $300 on an air conditioner, especially because I just bought the AC. So as I pull out my cell phone and I ask ChatGPT, your superhero in your pocket, your sidekick, I told all the symptoms. My air conditioner is not working. The condenser fan is not spinning. What should I do? ChatGPT tells me 2 things. See if the fan is spinning freely by moving with the stick. It was. That's a good sign. Next, it could be something that not anybody knows. It could be the compressor. What the heck is a compressor, right? Well, as I asked the ChatGPT, what else could it be? It could be the compressor, and then it could also be the capacitor. Now, it asked me if it's still blowing out hot air, it couldn't be the compressor. And to my surprise, I go down to my air conditioning outside the next morning. I unscrew the back panel of the air conditioner, and guess what I see? I see a dead lizard electrified. Now, what is a capacitor? The best way I can describe what a capacitor is It is a very angry, electrified can of your favorite caffeine drink, of Monster, of Red Bull. As a matter of fact, I'm drinking coffee just to stay awake here. But am I really drinking coffee? Well, I'm drinking a little bit of energy, the capacitor. Now, this goes off, your AC is dead. You touch this, you're dead. You don't want to do any of that. You want to make sure that you discharge this first, the capacitor. How do you do that? ChatGPT tells me, put the electric, any metal between the leads, each little corner, and then it would de-electrify itself. Great. Now, as I took a picture of this, it told me exactly where to buy it. And lo and behold, Ace Hardware had a replacement. Now, remember when I told you that $300 was what it's going to take for a guy to even put his boots to show up on a Sunday? And not even a Sunday morning, it was going to be a Sunday afternoon. I get on the car, I drive to Ace Hardware, and I ask the guy, hey, I need this exact model, and they have it. Now, how much do you think that was? $19 plus tax, like 20-something. I bought it, I rushed back home, and I put the capacitor back in its place. You just have to follow the leads, and that's it. It's so simple, right? Save $300. Now, my wife loves me because she is cool as a cucumber, and I saved my manhood in the process. As it's blasting, she says, see, I knew you could do it. And I said, of course I did. But in the whole process, I was second-guessing myself. I was scared that I was going to break something else. But ChatGPT guided me into fixing the problem. So leaving technology, not only did it save my air conditioning, it also saved my marriage. And there's 3 things that it can actually teach you. First is leadership. Leadership in what way? Leaders stay cool under pressure, or in this case, under extreme heat. Even if you don't know, somebody will know. Don't be afraid to ask somebody for help. That way, you can know what you're doing and you get expert advice. It could be ChatGPT, it could be somebody you trust. So next time your AC dies and life throws you a problem that you feel too big, don't hesitate to ask for help. Hesitate if you're scared, but even if you're scared, you should do it. And your secret weapon is right in your pocket.